Hey there, and welcome to the Healthiest Home. If you're new here, welcome to our home. If you've been around for a while, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps us reach more people. I'm Ainsley.
And I'm Gerardo.
And at this home, we ditch that all or nothing mindset.
Yeah, we want to help encourage, inspire, and motivate you to achieve your own healthiest journey.
Alrighty, so let's dive in. Today, we are talking about singularity of focus.
That's right.
Well, what does that mean for those who might not have heard that term before?
Yeah, so in a simple way of thinking about it, you essentially put all your focus on one single task, goal, or achievement, and you eliminate all other distractions that don't align with that.
All right. Well, Gerardo, I don't like that. I don't like the way that sounds. I get it in theory, how like focusing on one thing is better than focusing on 5 or 10 different things. But what about the ish?
Right. And yeah, so that's how it would work in theory. You get the best quality focused on one thing. But yeah, we're going to incorporate that, and we'll explain how we do that ish part, the 20% that we always talk about.
Okay.
So we're definitely going to talk about how we incorporate balance into our life. But first, let's be honest on how that focus and how we've been struggling with that in our own day-to-day life.
Okay. Let me think about it for a second. So thinking about the singularity of focus and thinking about our own fitness goals and thinking about my past, I can see how I'm definitely guilty of lacking that singularity of focus and how that has worked against me in the past. Especially when I was new to health and fitness and just like striving for a certain look, I would jump around a lot to different programs, different eating habits, different everything, because I wasn't happy with the lack of results that I was seeing in a certain time frame and not really giving anything a chance. But in hindsight, I can see like how I was really just chasing that dopamine rush, because when you do new things, like it feels good.
You get that excitement?
Yeah, and now that I've been sticking to the same program for a year, it's hard. I do get bored. Like I tweak things here and there, but overall, I always want to do something new or add something else, or like, okay, lift this day, run this day, Pilates this day, core work this day, and then not really giving myself that rest and recovery, and leading to that, ultimately leading to burnout, and then having to like push reset and start all over.
Yeah, I totally feel that. To me, I think my focus, because essentially, my workout plan has been somewhat consistent and it's been the same general plan for quite some time, minus a couple tweaks in here and there. What takes my focus away from that main goal, that 80%, is all of my hobbies. I have so many hobbies that I just want to jump into and develop all at the same time. And it makes it essentially impossible for me to make strides in my main goal because I'm pulled away at all these little things that are really just distractions. But, I justify them because it's like productive distractions.
Yeah, I can see that. You're definitely a hobby jumper.
So essentially, the problem is that I have 10 different hobbies that are constantly pulling me away, and it distracts me from that main goal of prioritizing our future and prioritizing a business that we want to develop, which is really difficult when I'm trying to sprinkle hobbies all throughout the week. So we had to do some reflection.
Okay, so how does singularity of focus actually help us with our current goals? In your example, you said having a designated hobby day keeps you focused on the main goal, the singularity of focus. So
Right.
your main goal, whether that be, let's say your workout plan. Let's say your workout plan is your main goal, your bulk is your main goal. You protect that goal by having singularity of focus.
Yeah, so essentially,
Yeah.
6 days a week, I'm locked in my health, where it's like I'm exercising consistently, I'm eating consistently, like properly, and hitting the calories and hitting the protein, making sure I'm getting good sleep. We're making sure we study on our certifications, And that takes the majority of my week. And then one day out of that week, I choose one out of my many hobbies, and I just do that for the day, or I do that for a couple hours of the day. Just, I guess, disconnect
Yeah.
from everything else and kind of do like an enjoyment, fun thing. Not that I don't enjoy the other things,
But it's work.
but
Even
it's
though we
work.
enjoy it, it's work, yeah.
Exactly.
So it sounds like you're saying that that 20% out of our 80/20 is scheduled relax time or scheduled downtime.
Yeah. So that 20%, and prioritizing that 20% is going to help you not crack on the whole overall plan that you have. Essentially, it helps you not burn out and be able to consistently stick to your plan for the next foreseeable future.
Because you took that 20% off.
Yeah.
Pause real quick. All right, guys, if you are liking this video so far, please hit that like and subscribe button. All right, let's get back to it.
So, going back to our fitness goals, I'm currently on a bulk. It's been about 4 weeks, and I didn't hit my milestone, but I did learn in that process that I needed to use that 20% to just like stop counting calories, stop trying to chase food, and like trying to be so locked in all the time that I needed one day out of the week, just to disconnect from trying to hit that, constantly. It was like a little refresher day to just unwind and be like, okay, we're eating out that day. I'm not going to stress about it. Not going to stress about the calories. If I'm a little under, no big deal.
Yeah, and I feel like I kind of, even though I'm on a cut, I kind of fell into the same trap where we did like 2.5 weeks like all in, and then I think we both just kind of like gave ourselves a break, but it wasn't 20% of a break. It was like a full week we just took off because
Yeah.
we were so
So burnt out.
stressed, burnt out, overwhelmed. We thought it would look like one thing, and it's looking like another thing. Eating more or eating less, and it was just, even though we felt well prepared going into it, I think we both not allowing ourselves that 20%, which is our whole lifestyle, we just overlooked it and ended up in a burnout after just 3 weeks, and now we're kind of resetting. I mean, we made some progress.
Oh, yeah,
and
definitely.
we should celebrate that progress. But going into another month, sticking to our program and still chasing those goals, but now with the mindset of, okay, if we have learned that if we don't schedule that day off, if we don't schedule that 20%, if we don't schedule that flex, that relax time, that break time, it's going to show up in a way that maybe we don't want it to. So we're learning from this past month, and we're going to incorporate singularity of focus, which is something that we both knew about and knew we both lacked, and we're going to intentionally incorporate it into our 80/20 lifestyle. We're going to stay focused on our goals, but allow ourselves that break, that 20%, whether that's just a little bit here and there in the day, or whether it's the full, like, okay, we're going to have this one day where we're both going to say we're not going to count. We're just going to go with the flow, just take a mental break and not stress about it and jump back into it the next day. Haven't quite decided on what that's going to look like yet, but we are going to, honor what we say. We're all about 80/20. We're all about healthy-ish. We're all about allowing yourself room to grow. But we also have goals we want to hit.
Yeah. And that's the thing. We're trying to make achievable goals, but also at the same time making it sustainable. And I think we both found out that if we do 100% on anything for after a certain amount of time, it's going to be exhausting, and we'll have to either take a longer break, or switch plans, or I don't know, adjust somehow anyways. So the way we do it is 80% all in. And then for us, I feel like that works out really well on a weekly basis, because that's one day, not giving or give or take hours wise, but rounding down to 24 hours where we have that freedom, we have that relaxation where we can decompress and not be burnt out from our goal.
Nice.
So we know we have to protect our focus, and that's this whole idea of singularity of focus, where you got 80%, you're working at your goals, you're grinding, you're focusing. But we're also making sure that we focus on our 20%, our recovery, our relaxation, our decompressing, our freedom, our fun, our enjoyment in life.
And I felt like we needed something to help us. We needed something intentional. So we created this healthy-ish habit tracker is what I'm calling it. And essentially, it's just a PDF, and we'll add it in the link in our show notes, so it's free for you guys as well. And it's just label. Something happens when you actually acknowledge and label something. So, what is your goal? Why are you committing to this goal? Daily check-ins. Did I reach my goal today? Am I working towards the goal today? Did I get distracted today? What was I distracted by? It has a place for you to schedule your ish. It has your 20%. Are you doing it on a daily basis, or are you doing it on a weekly basis? What does that break time look like to you? What does that relaxing time look like to you? How are you recovering? And then it has a place for you to just write your little wins. Okay, maybe you didn't. Like, for example, we didn't hit that small goal. What's that called? The
Milestone.
Yeah, we didn't hit our milestone goal because we have a big goal that we want to hit by June. We didn't hit our milestone monthly goal, but that's okay because we made progress. We're not We're not where we were 4 weeks ago. We made some progress, and that's the goal right there. We're feeling better. You're looking stronger. All that stuff.
Yeah, which goes back to our ditching that all or nothing mindset, where you recognize that progress is the win, not necessarily hitting that exact mark, but that you were putting effort in and that you're trying, and then you're getting back up, and then you're working at it.
Yeah, exactly. So by using our habit tracker, it's helping us realize that missing a milestone isn't a failure. Just keep moving forward.
That's right.
If this episode has resonated with you at all, please like, comment, and share. Let us know what your current goals are. What are you working towards?
And thanks for joining us in our healthy-ish home today.
Remember, it's about progress, not perfection. Keep it healthy-ish. We'll see you next time, guys.